Here with a process video for the Victoria Marie Facebook group challenge team. I'm doing this Wednesday's challenge, and it's the Hump Day challenge. And I picked a pretty easy challenge to do. What it is to take a selfie, which you might already have one, but to take a picture of yourself and then scrapbook it and journal 5 to 10 things about yourself. Something that's current. So I did choose to do 10 items, and you'll see that coming up here pretty soon. Right now I'm using these papers that are just from my stash, and I'm not even 100% sure where all of them came from. I had already cut off the strips, so if you have any questions about any of the products, let me know, especially the paper. That's what I'm mostly not sure of. So I really hope you can't hear my dog snoring in the background. She is snoring really loud. Alright, so I'm using some items that I had purchased from Michaels from Heidi Swapp, and it's I don't know, it said like planner embellishments or something like that, but I'm really liking using them just on my scrapbook pages. I don't have a Heidi Swapp planner, so that's not what I bought them for. But they happen to go with the color scheme of the kit that I had made, so it worked out perfect. I could add them into there. So I'm using this frame that came from the Heidi Swapp collection, and then this flower chipboard is actually from a Crate Paper line, and it was on a 12 by 12 chipboard sheet, and that was just one of the ones that I hadn't used yet. So I did put the picture on Pop Dots, and I did that mostly so that I could put this frame underneath, but I also cut off the edge of the frame too, just so it wouldn't push on the photo too much. So that picture there is actually a picture of me at work that I took last week, so it's a very current photo. My manager, I just started a new job last week, and my manager works out of Tempe and I'm out of Minnesota, so she had asked me to do a bio and to also include a photo of myself. So I was like, oh, okay, I suppose. So I took a picture of myself at work and included that in my bio. So I figured it was perfect to use that in this layout since it was so current. And I did challenge myself to do 10 items, so I was just making sure I had 10 lines. I'm using washi tape for the lines where I'm going to just put the 10 items. So I'm going to work on my title here. I'm going to do, the title ends up being About Me Right Now. And I knew that I wanted it to be me right now. I end up adding the word about later on. But I'm using thickers for the word me and the word now. I'm just going in there to get those pink. That's my kit that I'm using right now. It was a kit that I made at home, so with my stash. So those are really nice stickers. They're kind of flocking on top, but the color is really pretty, and it matches perfectly with that flower chipboard. So alright, so here's my my one complaint. These Allison Craft thickers from Webster's Pages. I have some in different colors, and I love the colors. I love the font. I love the size of them. I like that they're kind of square. But the one problem with them is that they do not come off that sticker sheet very easily at all. It's like they're not cut all the way through. So I struggle with those. At one point I actually pull up, like I try to pull up a number or something, and it pulls up like, I don't even know how many, like 10 other letters and numbers with it. So I end up having to use my blade to slice the letters so they don't, so I can get them off the sheet. right here I'm just doing numbering the journaling spots 1 through 10, and this is where I struggle, and I'm kind of off the camera right now just because I'm trying to actually do the slicing on top of my self-healing mat, which is underneath that green one. So I end up making a mistake and going up on top of it anyways with the blade, but it didn't cut the mat, so I'm okay. But yeah, it's a little frustrating. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with those letter stickers, if it's even worth messing with them. Maybe I'll just try to get as much out of it as I can, and after I feel like I've gotten enough use out of it, I'm just going to get rid of them, because it's just too time consuming to have to cut them apart. So you can see me actually cutting there. So, alright, so I've got my 1 through 10 down. And then I went off camera and I did the journaling, so I'm just going to tell you what it says on there. The first one says, just started my new job on 7-6 and adjustments. The second one is on week 3, almost 4 of the Couch to 5K program. 3 is that I'm currently reading 3 books, which I didn't get detailed on that. I just said it, generally I don't normally read more than 1 book at a time, so I thought it was just interesting to put down that I was reading 3. 4, I'm on 2 Facebook challenge groups right now. 5, I currently have 542 videos in my YouTube watch later list. I can't believe that I even have that many, but I do plan on actually watching all of them. Okay, sorry about that. My recording had stopped yesterday, and I had to wait till today to finish it up. So I think where I left off was talking about how many videos I have in my YouTube watch list, and that was number 5. And basically, yes, I do have over 500 videos in my watch list, and I do plan to watch them all at some point. I keep adding more and more to them, but they do go down too, so I'm hoping at some point I can get through them all. Number 6 was my favorite food to eat out lately is Jersey Mike's. Number 7 is been listening to the podcast Serial with my son Steven. 8 is saving money for a nice vacation. I've been trying really hard to save up money so that hopefully in like a year or something, Brian and I can go on a nice vacation. And then 9 is that I've been loving making my own kits lately from older, and I put older in quotes, scrap supplies, and using them up. It's pretty much a mixture of old and new. And then number 10 is the music that I've been listening to lately is Pink and Tristan Prettyman. So those are my 10 items. And so let's see. There's the kit that I made this month and that I've been using. It was based on some inspiration from something on Pinterest, and I, just put together a bunch of supplies that I had. And it's all pink, black, white, aquas or light blues. Those are the main colors. And gold. So here I'm just putting some enamel dots on. And I had put an ampersand on from the crepe paper collection also. And I don't think I've talked about that yellow tab yet. Sorry if I'm repeating myself. I've tried this voiceover so many times. But that yellow tab, I wasn't really sure if I wanted to keep that on there. I really like the pop of color, but what I don't like is that there's no other yellow on the page. So I do end up playing around with it a little bit, trying to figure out if I can find something else that might go with it to add more yellow to the page, but I end up not. And it's not a color that's in the scheme of my kit. It's just I'm trying to use only what's in that kit, and I have a bin on my desk that has a bunch of random stuff in it that I'm just trying to use when I'm making pages, and that's where that came from. And you'll see that here in a minute. Actually, you can see it up on the top left corner, but you'll see me digging through it. So here's the little container, and I have another tab in there. I'm just trying to see if I can find another place for it to go. And I feel like I like the one tab, just that one little bit of pop of color, but when I add it somewhere else, it just seems like too much. So I changed my mind, and I just leave the one tab on there. And this is where I decide that I'm done with the layout. There's some focusing issues here. Gets there, yep, there you go. And so just doing some real quick close-ups, and there are some still shots at the end. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.